Are you feeling tired or not receiving the abundance or manifestations that you want? Well, your chakra systems might be out of alignment. And that's not your fault. There is so much going on at the moment. And our chakras have kind of been shut down. What the guides are showing me is it's kind of like on your car, like if your wheel falls off your car, then it's pretty hard to drive the vehicle. It's pretty hard to get to your destination or achieve what you want to do if your wheels are out of alignment or have actually fallen off. Not saying that your chakras have literally fallen off, but honestly, they can be very out of alignment. And what I was finding is that with so much high frequency energy coming in, there's frequencies from the angelic realms, the cosmic realms, the galactics are everywhere at the moment. So it's shifting our whole frequency. And Gaia herself is expanding and evolving, and her frequency is shifting into higher dimensional spaces. So what's happening is we're being bombarded with so much high frequency energy from the higher realms that we've never had before in the human body. So it is actually putting us a bit out of alignment. And what I was finding was there was so much pouring into my crown chakra because my crown chakra was very open. My third eye was open because of my body's been working on cleansing and decalcifying my pineal gland. And that's what's happening to everybody that is awakening, like you guys. Through the ascension process, we're decalcifying our pineal glands. So our third eye chakra is opening and expanding. But what's happening is if we are blocked in our lower chakras, then we're getting high frequency energy. And that's what's happening to me, is I was starting to get really tired and I was actually feeling like I was really trippy, like being on drugs where you're like, where am I? What is happening? And everything was a bit dazed and confused. And I really my mind wasn't as clear. It was going foggy. And what was happening was my lower chakras, because I'm not very good at grounding myself. You'd think I would be. I'm at the beach, often. I go to yoga, I meditate, but I didn't really want to be fully grounded to earth because I could see so much, negativity on earth. So I thought, well, I don't want to fully ground myself into my root chakra. If there's so much negativity, I don't want to be part of the negativity. But in order to go higher, we need to have our root chakra grounded, our solar plexus open, our sacral chakra open, our heart chakra open, our throat chakra open. It's funny because when I started just a couple of minutes before I started this video, my throat chakra started blocking and I was getting a tickle. I was like, oh, great, great. I'm going to get that bug while I'm doing this video. But it's just kind of to show that there's a release that needs to happen for so many of us. We've got so many things going on because we are releasing the old outdated system. So what's happening when we're trying to release, the universe wants us to clear all of our old outdated energy, the old belief systems. So we need to clear it so that we can bring in the new. It's really, I found what really helped me was just to visualize grounding to the new earth frequencies. So new earth is just on a higher frequency, a more expanded consciousness where solutions are found for everything, cleaner everything, more abundance for everyone, more wellness for everybody. So if you can visualize grounding to new earth, then that is a really helpful space to be. So you guys by now have heard about chakras. So I decided to pull out my little reading cards, my chakra reading cards. I just had heaps of cards. I used to sell crystals and angel cards and things. So I've got a few that I kept for myself as samples. So the first kind of like, these are the main chakras. Well, actually, the the Earth Star and the Soul Star up the top is not, people don't always talk about those ones, but they talk about the seven chakras. Um, so the root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. So yeah, we also have the Earth Star, which connects us to Earth, and the Soul Star that connects, to our spirit, our higher self, to source frequency. So yeah, the seven chakras are more what everybody kind of agreed on throughout the world, but there are chakra points all throughout your body, everywhere. Like your fingers have chakra points. When you look at the Chinese acupuncture and the meridians, everything's kind of flowing, that everything's connected. So there's chakra points all along those lines as well. But so the chakras are energy centers in the body. So you can visualize them as spinning wheels. And that's what the guides were showing me. If a tire falls off your car, it is very hard to get things done. And that's what's happening with us. Our chakra wheels, they're trying to spin. They might be going backwards. They might be going too slow. They might be going too fast. They might be blocked by some old energy or an old belief. And there can even be ancestral things that you've included in your soul blueprint. You wanted to come down. I wanted to learn more, say you wanted to learn more about guilt. So you've got this ancestor that helped you. You put in this, this story, this imprint about guilt. So that's stuck in maybe your sacral chakra. And so you've had this program running, this guilt program, and until you really learn the meaning of it, or discover the meaning of it, or explore the meaning of it, or access the meaning of it, then you'll always have that program kind of running. So there's so many things that we can do to clear it, but I'll talk about a few things soon. But so the wheels or discs are believed to affect our physical and our emotional and our spiritual well-being. So in Sanskrit, chakra means wheel or disc. So that's where it comes from, is Sanskrit. I mean, I'm sure there's other cultures and people that have talked about it throughout the ages, but sometimes people just have, different words that we use for things. So the energy centers are located, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. So that's the seven main ones. But like I said, there are chakra points everywhere in your body. You don't just have the seven. So yeah, it's really like if one blocks, it affects everything, like your manifestations, your abundance, your wellness. So if they're blocked, that's when you get that dis-ease and you start creating ailments, like not feeling good, or like little injuries, and then you get bigger injuries, or you get diseases, or you might have a car crash because the higher self, the universe is trying to realign you. And if you really don't listen to your body, then you're just going to get smacked after a while, smacked back into alignment. And that's really not fun. I don't want you guys to have to get smacked back into alignment. So the energy centers, so the chakras are considered like a focal point of energy in the body. So they influence our various aspects of well-being. So it's like each chakra system kind of is associated with a specific organ, so organs and glands. Imbalances in the chakra can manifest and create issues in our organs. So we really don't want that. So for example, the root chakra, so that's located at the base of the spine. So that's linked to your adrenal glands, your metabolism, and your lymphatic system. So what's happening at the moment is so many people are in survival consciousness. So they're in fight, flight, or freeze mode. So it's actually really affecting the adrenal glands, which can also affect your thyroids, make you tired, hair loss, like so many things can get affected. And then the sacral chakra is kind of linked, like that's around the navel. It's associated with your kidneys, reproductive system, intestines, and the immune system. So if the sacral chakra is blocked, then that can have an effect on so many things as well. So the solar plexus, that's connected to the pancreas, the liver, gallbladder, and the digestive system. So that can really affect you as well. Heart chakra. So the heart chakra situated in the chest. Heart chakra is so beautiful, so amazing. That is our heart portal where the information from the universe is accessed, our inner wisdom, our guidance, our clarity. So we really want to make sure that the heart chakra is open. And you will find, like if people are quite, like if you have parents or something that, you feel like you weren't loved, like the children weren't loved, or even your partner, you don't feel loved. Often it's because their heart chakra is closed, and they've closed themselves off maybe from a past life, a past experience, or their role models didn't show love and affection. So if their heart chakra is closed, then they're not giving you the love that you deserve. And so we can't blame them for being closed. They're in a level of consciousness where they're in that survival consciousness where the only way that they've been taught or have been able to get through life is to close the heart chakra. And we can close all of our heart chakras and just live in survival, fight or flight just to get through the day. So if you're not getting the compassion or love, then that might be why. And also we need to make sure our own heart chakra open and all of the chakras so that we can receive as well. We can receive that abundance, receive our manifestations, receive the love that we deserve, the wellness, feeling good. So the chakra systems really affect us. For a while, years ago, I was like, oh, chakras, whatever, that's just another thing to deal with. But honestly, they are really important. And you might have one going, but the others aren't. And, it can bring challenges. So the throat chakra is obviously located in the throat area. So that's also associated with the thyroid gland, the respiratory system, and is believed to influence the voice. So if you can't, if you don't get your words out, or if you you feel like you don't have a voice, then sometimes it can be because your throat chakra is blocked. So the third eye is situated, between the eyebrows. So that's associated with the pituitary gland, and it brings you your intuition and perception. Now it's super interesting. I think it was about 6 years ago. I remember I was selling crystals, and I was selling crystal jewelry, and I had a necklace, and somebody messaged me in a panic about she wasn't sure if she should buy the necklace because she was worried that it would open her third eye. And this is what's happened, is that the old systems have put a lot of negativity on, that the third eye, crown chakra, because they didn't really want us connecting to the wider universe. So they made it seem quite negative and quite bad. The third eye, oh no, that's not good. They didn't want us to open our pineal glands and have that access, because when our pineal glands are open, then we can so much easier receive the messages from the universe. It's like our radio transmitter. It's kind of going out and receiving those universal like it's like information, which can really help us along our path. So don't be worried if you're worried about your third eye opening. Don't worry, it's a great thing. I love it. I just have so much more peace, more clarity, more abundance now than ever, because I've just let go, released all of my fear, and I'm not listening to all the old outdated control systems anymore. So the crown chakra is located at the top of the head, and that's also connected to the pineal gland and is associated with spiritual connection and intuition. So the crown chakra is the main one that is like really helping us cleanse our pineal gland at the moment, decalcifying it. It was kind of like, if you think of a nice little soft fruit that has been cased in concrete, it's being dipped in cement. So that was our pineal glands. And so now what's happening is the guides and our higher selves, and our whole systems within our bodies, chipping away at our pineal glands, so that we just bring in that loving, and that love from the universe, unconditional love, peace, calm, and just anything we need now. So what you can do is just Google, just search for chakras and the corresponding organs. Bodily organs, how they can be affected. So if you've got something going on, what chakra system is that, and how can I work on that? So there's so many ways to work on your chakras. So there's mental practices, physical practices. So even just doing some yoga and meditation can help. Spending time in nature, beach, forest, even just a bit of grass, or even if you've got plants around, sit with your plants and do a meditation. Just really grounding and earthing at the moment is so important. And remember to ground to the new earth frequencies. So you can do tapping. So if you're not sure on tapping, look up tapping. Tapping all around the body, that can just kind of really help you realign. So there's so many different, yogas you can do to unblock. There's qigong or qigong, depending on, what part of the world you're in. Tai chi. There is, so like I said, nature, walking barefoot, definitely barefoot, reminded to take your shoes off. Swimming in the water, even a bath with essential oils, Epsom salts. I keep hearing salts lately. Deep breathing, some nice breath work. So just going right down to the root chakra and back up again. Different meditations, visualizations. So actually you can visualize the chakras spinning, and so visualize like rainbow colors flowing through. You can also visualize source energy, like a waterfall of source energy flowing through to break up the old energy and rebalance the chakras. You can ask your guides to help realign you. I would do that when you've got time by yourself, because when I got realigned, wow, it was honestly like going to the chiropractor. My whole back was actually like clicking back into place. I was doing these weird movements, honestly. It was crazy. Click, 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 click. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, so much fun. It's kind of like being on a roller coaster with a chiropractor, but but fun, not in a bad way, a good way. So you can do some journaling, just write down your emotions, your repeating patterns. What cycle are you stuck in? Can you see the cycle that you're stuck in? Even sometimes, if you're brave enough, ask a friend. Your friends sometimes can see how you're stuck more than you can, because you're in it. You can't really see that you're driving in a circle, but when you're out, you can actually see more. Ask your higher self in a meditation. So self-reflection. So do a bit of time going through your emotions. Is there anything that I can release? Am I still angry? Why am I angry? Can I release this? Can I forgive this person? Because when you're hanging on to stuff, you're only harming yourself. You're angry at somebody else. That is affecting your chakra systems, your cells, your abundance, your wellness. There's no point. There's no point hanging on to that shit. There really isn't. Sound healing, so sound baths are really helpful. So singing bowls, tuning forks. So many things can unblock your chakras. Balanced diet, just maybe starting to be a bit healthier. I'm finding that as frequencies shift, I am finding the foods that really resonate with me now. My body is craving different foods, definitely healthier foods, more superfoods. And I also went and I got a blood analysis and a hair strand test, and it said I needed more protein because I actually went vegan and stopped drinking alcohol, and then I put on weight and felt more tired. So it was like, go figure. So what happened was I wasn't getting enough protein, I wasn't getting enough magnesium, so I was getting tired. And I don't think my blood sugar, I wasn't really digesting all like the sugars and fats properly. So I just got like a smoothie thing with, it's just got kind of probiotics in it. And so the hair analysis, blood analysis was so awesome. Honestly, I actually went to a spirit festival in New Zealand, and this global health clinic was there, and I got a chakra balance and a hair strain test and blood analysis. Great. Honestly, awesome. And I did a spa foot detox as well, which takes all the toxins out of your body. So it's just so much fun, feeling good and trying to look after yourself and actually caring about yourself now without, worrying about everybody else. So just do a bit of mindfulness, be present, be aware of your thoughts. You can rewire your brain to set the default systems as feeling good, feeling wellness, feeling abundant, for things to work out for you. Write on a piece of paper every morning and every night. You can just bring through source energy, a waterfall of source. Every day I'm going to feel wellness. Every day I'm going to feel abundance. Every day I'm going to feel good. Every day I'm going to feel happy. Just write down every day what you want to happen. Some people, obviously me, I play with crystals. Some people believe that crystals do help balance your chakras. Then other people would think it's a load of crap. So it is up to you. But even scientists say, science says that crystals hold memory, they hold energy, they hold frequency. So I'm sure they're doing something. If it makes you feel good, go for it. If not, then don't worry about it. Essential oils. I love essential oils at the moment. They can really help balance your chakras, clearing. I love citrus. Other people love floral. You do you. They can really help. I have essential oils on every night before I go to bed. And then energy healing, like maybe Reiki, acupuncture, that can really help release. So if you've got a good energy healer that can unblock your chakras, then that is such a go-to at the moment. Or if you don't like energy healing, then maybe therapy. You got to have the right therapist really to help address the blockages and provide the tools for healing. Therapy, it just obviously depends who you go to. But yeah, there's just so much good stuff out there. Just it's really time to look after yourself and create that abundance that you deserve. You are just so incredible. So what I did was I did my chakra reading cards. So I pulled a card and it said divine wisdom. Sorry. So I thought, oh well, I can't be bothered reading that. And then the guides were like, no, you're reading it. So I was like, okay. So I read it and it was actually really good. So I thought I'd read it to you guys. So divine wisdom. So this is the Soul Star Chakra. So this is the divine wisdom that connects us to the universe, to our higher selves, to source energy. So you have the divine wisdom of the universe available to you at all times. As you may know, you are deeply connected to an expression of the divine light of the universe. This divine light has within it the powerful knowledge and wisdom of the cosmos. The light is all-knowing, wise, all-loving, intelligent light. You are reminded at this time, this wisdom is at your fingertips, that you are made up of this wisdom and that it runs through your blood. You can access it at will. If you have been searching for answers and guidance from sources outside of yourself, it's now time to look inward. It's time to tune in, connect to, and become aware of the divine wisdom that lies within. Trust the calling to deepen and awaken the aspect of yourself as you start to also trust the wisdom that comes to you. Take a moment in a quiet place. Ask your questions and listen to the voice inside your heart offering you the answers and singing the song of divine wisdom. The answers lie within the chambers of your heart. Sometimes it can be challenging bypassing those crazy thoughts in your head in order to get to your heart. However, once you get that feeling in your body that everything is just right, you will know you are there. Then it is a matter of trusting the process and, as it grows stronger, to use it just like a muscle. It's your time to flex your heart and listen to the divine wisdom it has to offer. It pulsates through every cell of your being, ready and waiting for you to awaken to its calling. So the affirmation is, I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe, and it flows through me in abundance. So I'll write that affirmation down in the description. So you've got this, you can do this. This is our time to shine, bring in that divine light, that balance, that wellness, that prosperity. Everything that you need is here waiting for you right now. So check out my other videos. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. I am Jozee from Lilyleaf 11 and I love you so much. I'm sending out the good vibes.